there and welcome back to another OurMFC episode. It's your host Jordan. I'm finally back. Found some time to get around and come back to make some more videos and putting out some content, video and audio. Apologies for not being around for the last few weeks, but massive thank you to Ben for covering all the weekly news videos and doing an awesome job. I know I've been, looking at the comments and stuff, and he's been doing an amazing job. And you guys have loved having him on the channel. Now it's not going to be the end of Ben at all on the channel. He's going to be helping me out with some more videos in the future. We've got loads of stuff planned. The main reason I've been away from doing videos for a few weeks is down to a lot of stuff website wise. Got loads of stuff coming, and bit of a cold. I don't know if you can tell from my voice, a bit snotty and a bit there. So yeah, that's what's been going on. But it's amazing to be back. And like I say, I'll be doing the weekly news video this week. So yeah, let's just get straight into it because we've got, like I say, loads to get through again. Been linked with loads of different players, loads of different stuff going on. So we'll start off with apparently Boro have moved into talks with Luton midfielder Mpanzu, because he's out of contract in the summer. And to be fair, I don't know if you guys have seen him play at Luton. I thought he was excellent against us when we played them at their place. But he's one of them kind of box-to-box midfielders. He's a little bit similar to Sam Morsey. Now I know midfield is not an area that we really need players, because I think there's quite a few in there that could do the job. Obviously you've got Morsey, you've got Howson, Saville, McNair can even push into there as well. So there's quite a few players, but I think one thing we definitely lacked last season was that squad depth. And I think having someone like Mpanzu there that's going to give you that energy, he's big, strong, that if Morsey gets injured, it's like bang, there's a like-for-like replacement, do you know what I mean? And you can rotate them two throughout the side, or even kind of integrate them both as well. And I just think he's a proper Neil Warnock style signing. He's, like I say, he's big, he's strong, loads of energy, which is exactly what he looks for in that midfield. So I think if we could get someone like him in, I do think that'd be a brilliant signing on a free contract as well. I think a lot of the players that we're going to be bringing in this summer are going to be, they're not going to cost as much. It's going to be low fees and things like that. So yeah, let me know what you think on that. And your thoughts on that signing, because I think it'd be really, like I say, a really good signing. And he contributes with a few goals as well. He scored a few at Luton, and he's just one of them players, isn't he, where he looks like, if he joins your club, he's going to give you, his everything, which is all you can ask for in a player, really. So yeah. Then moving on to some of the biggest news, easily the biggest news this week, has been, don't know if you've seen it on our socials, but Dael Fry being expected to join Brentford. Now, the fee that they were talking on the tweet that we put out was £12 million. Now, personally, I don't believe a word of that. I believe, obviously, the interest in him, 100%, because if you're like a Premier League club that's just been promoted, you're going to look at the likes of Dael Fry. Even if you're not any of them Premier League teams, you're looking at Dael Fry. He is 100%, in my opinion, going to be a future England defender. I mean, he's got everything. He play out from the back, push forward, aerial duels, mate, he wins everything. Do you know what I mean? So he's going to be one of them players in years to come, 100%. So I think if it is true, 12 million, there's no way you'd let a player like Dael Fry go for 12 million. It just doesn't happen. Especially for an English defender. You're looking at the likes of Harry Maguire, look how much he went for. John Stones, do you know what I mean? These types of players are going for 50 to 70, 80 million. Now, I don't think Dale would go for that, but I'm saying, personally, I wouldn't accept anything lower than 25. Anything lower than 25, I think is a massive cop-out. If it was me and I was in Warnock's position, I personally wouldn't sell him, because you've got to keep someone like Dael Fry in the squad, and if he's fit, you've got a solid back line there, that's your core. But I understand it from the club's point of view slightly. Not 12, I don't understand that at all. If it was 20, if we got offered 25 from the club's point of view, you're kind of looking at that going, right, okay, well, this past year has been horrendous in terms of money coming in and things like that. There's not going to be room for money for transfers, so that would actually fund the majority of this summer's spending, if not all of it. So the club will obviously look at that and go, is that an avenue we want to go down depending on the fee? But personally, I'd say no, keep your core team and build from that, like your likes of Tav, Fry, these players, your key players really you want to keep. But then moving on, going back to like incomings, is interest in Kyle Lafferty. That'd also be on a free contract because it was Kilmarnock didn't offer him a new contract. Now, he's 33 years old, so he is getting on a bit, but he's kind of one of them, isn't he, where, like I say, if Warnock's looking for squad depth, you'd maybe look, because he's been all over. He's been Forest, he's been, I think he might have had a spell at QPR, he spent time in Scotland. Obviously Rangers is probably his biggest club that he's played for and most known for. But while he was out at Kilmarnock, he scored 9 goals in 11 appearances. Now, that is according to Wikipedia, so you know what Wiki's like, anyone can change it. But going by that record, that's not a bad record, but getting opinions from the fans and things like that, I don't think it's a transfer that we'd maybe want to, because it depends on his wages as well. And for me personally, I don't think he's going to be the man that's going to take us up next season and contribute with loads of goals. I just don't see that happening. But you never know. You don't write someone off until you give him the chance. So personally, it's not for me, but it's something that Warnock might consider. Like I said, there's plenty of players out there at the minute that are available for a free. So see what happens there. Next one as well is another free transfer for a striker, and that striker is Paul Mullins from would have been from Cambridge. That was his last club. I'm surprised he's out of contract really, because I'm thinking, is it wages? Is it maybe he's just keeping his options open yet? I'm not sure. But he's 26 years old, so he's when you think of a striker, you think 26 to 28. That's where like in the prime. And last year he scored 31 goals for them in a season. So you're looking at that, and Charlie Wake at Sunderland scoring like over 30 goals in a season is absolutely brilliant. And bloody hell, I'm still reading the book about Janino, about why the Boro fans love him so much. I'm still reading that at the minute, but that mentions Ravanelli, and like from memory, he's the last player to for Boro or anywhere to reach something like 31 goals. I'm not saying someone like him could replicate that at Boro, because obviously he was playing for Cambridge before us, so no disrespect Cambridge. But obviously there's a big step up there in just the divisions and the style of play and everything else that comes into consideration. But if you're knocking out 31 goals in a season, he's going to have a few people interested. Apparently it was us and Preston, like I say, with the Mean 26 as well. He's got at least another 10 years in him, really. So I think that would be a brilliant transfer, really. He's looking at some of his goals as well, right foot, left foot, head. He's kind of got it all, really. He's a good hold-up player as well, getting other players involved. And he's quite tall, so that could be definitely someone that he looks at to bring in. So we'll see what happens there. I think that, like I say, I think that would be a good signing. But finally, just to wrap it all up, I thought I'd leave this to last because this was the best news. I'll leave it on screen somewhere, but if you haven't already seen it, the new Boro kit, as I'm recording this video, has been released today at 12. Honestly, it is so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. It's got the detail of the transporter bridge, above and below the white band as well, and there's the little details underneath the sleeves and stuff. And it's got the transporter bridge in the back of the neck as well. It just looks insane. So if you haven't already seen that, go and check it out. And at the club, you can pre-order the kits from there as well. So yeah, like you say, go over to the website. Make sure you go and get your strip ordered for the start of the season, because that is a gorgeous kit. But let me know what you think of the kit in the comments. Listen, if you listen on the podcast as well, just tweet us or messages on social. Let us know what you think, because personally I think it's a gorgeous kit. I think it's one of the best kits we've had in a long time, and Hummel deserve so much credit because they're one of them brands, you've got your Nike and your Adidas, that in my opinion, it's like basic, it's generic, you know, or well, we'll have one design and we'll just change the colours depending on what team it is. Whereas Hummel, they have like these individual little unique touches on like each club's like area. So for example, like us, the Transporter Bridge, and if it was someone else, you know, there's these tiny little details that definitely make a difference. So massive credit to them as well. I think it's a brilliant design, and I'm really looking forward to buying that. But yeah, that's everything this week, guys. We've got loads more coming. By the time you're watching this as well, the Joe Lumley compilation video, they're back. So stay tuned for some more of them, bringing them back. But I'll leave that in the like somewhere up here. So go and click that, give that a watch as well. But say subscribe, because we've got some interviews coming as well. Loads of stuff coming on the website. So if you like, say if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Please like the video, because I enjoy doing these videos. You know, keeping you updated and things like that. Me and Ben have got loads more planned as well. And if you listen on the podcast, please leave a review, because it is a massive help, and it literally takes like two seconds. So yeah, big help. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys.